Coming off an impressive battle with Junior Dos Santos, our next guest will be fighting Mark Hunt in the City of Churches, Adelaide, May 10th at UFC Fight Night 65. Returning to the program, let's welcome Stipe Miocic. Stipe, welcome to Submission Radio. Welcome to the show. You're fresh off a trip to Germany. Tell us, how was that whole experience and how are you going?
Oh, it was great, man. You know, there's a lot of people are big in MMA, man. It's getting big there. You know, got legalized. It's great, man. It was a great trip.
We know Germany's famous for, I think, lots of meat dishes and lots of beer. Did you partake in any? Did you have any crazy stories you can tell us, Stipe?
Oh, nothing crazy, man. Just I had beers and some good food. It was a good time, man. It was good people there, man. A lot of good people there.
Well, you know what, Stipe? We want to touch on something. Well, actually, we want to break something down. You have one of the best Twitter accounts going around, and if you aren't already following Stipe, you can at Stipe Miocic UFC. Oftentimes on Twitter, people see the finished product of a tweet, but they don't know the man behind the tweet or the motivation and the emotional journey that led to that tweet. So we've taken a few random tweets that we're going to put under the microscope and ask you about. All right, Stipe?
Sure.
All right. February 19th at 2:18 p.m. Kill him with kindness. Stipe, who are you killing and why is it kindness that's your weapon of choice? Why not like a crossbow?
No, it's okay, man. It's how I do it, man. There's, just it is what it is, man.
Okay, Stipe.
People out there and just kill them with kindness.
No killing with kindness in the octagon. But okay, next tweet, December 17th, 12:38 a.m. Wakes up, checks Twitter, sees a random guy telling him to F off, calls mom to tell her I made it. There's also a haters gonna hate pic with an awesome guy on roller skates. Stipe, what was your mom's reaction when you told her, and how did she feel about getting a call at 12 in the morning?
Oh, mom loves me no matter what, man. It's what I do, and she's known me for 32 years of my life, and she's everything. She only nothing surprises her anymore.
February 19th, Stipe, 1:40 p.m. This one's fresh. You'll probably remember it. Hey guys, I'm fighting in May 2. Hello, guys.
Yeah, I was just trying to get some more support.
We thought that because maybe, recently there's been cases where the UFC have switched opponents on fighters and the fighters weren't notified. We thought maybe this is the first time where a fight was booked and the UFC weren't actually aware of it.
No, not at all. No, nothing like that at all.
All right, just checking.
Yeah, no.
Now, final one, Stipe, before we get into the meat of it all. January 14th, 3:12 p.m. At Slick Tim to Stipe. Yo, dog, word on the street is you like cheese puffs. Stipe's response, the streets are wise. Stipe, just how wise are the streets?
I keep it gangster, that's all I gotta say.
All right, well, everyone on the internet, you got to get some memes happening for Gangster Stipe. Let's talk about the fight against Junior. Both of you guys took a tremendous amount of punishment, and to a lot of people's surprise, it went to decision. Looking back on that bout, what did you think of the fight?
Oh, it was a great fight. It was a great war. It just didn't go my way tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Were you surprised he was able to take some of your shots? How badly did he hurt you with his?
I mean, honestly, you're a tough guy. I knew you could take punishment. He's one of the best in the world. That left hook he hit me with when I fell, that actually didn't bother me at all. It looked worse on TV than it did when he hit me because I was standing straight up. So that's why I fell. But listen, he hit hard. There's no question. He's one of the hardest hitters in the division. But I felt fine the whole fight. He was one of his best uppercuts. I was perfectly fine with it. I hit it and kept coming forward.
And what did it feel like going 5 rounds for the first time in your career? A lot of guys say that it takes more out of them than they expected. How did you find fighting for 25 minutes?
Terrible. 25 minutes, it's terrible. It took 25 minutes. It was brutal. It was, it's hard, man. It's like the hardest things to do, and I'm surprised. I'm not surprised. I'm happy I did it. I knew I could do it. There's no question. I was ready for it. I think doing it for the first time, took a lot out of me. Next time, this fight's gonna be different. I'm gonna be ready for it. I know what to expect, and I'll be ready come May 10th.
So, Stipe, you fight a guy like Junior. You put on such an amazing war. Obviously, 25 minutes. Tell us what's that number one thing that you learned from that experience? What's the number one thing that you went back into the gym and you wanted to work on after that fight?
Well, I think my confidence, because I knew I belonged there, but I think proving everyone wrong too. Everyone's like, you're knocked down the first round. And I'm like, okay, whatever. I went toe to toe with one of the best strikers in the division. Showing I'm not even backing down, and I'm ready to do this. And I'm going back and a lot of things need to work on. I think every aspect of the game. I think a little bit more. more dirty boxing. I think I need to work on it a little bit more. I could do a little bit better in the cage, and it is what it is. You live and you learn, and what kills you doesn't make you stronger.
That's true. And, the big news that came out recently was obviously the fight announcement. You'll be fighting Mark Hunt on May 10th in our lovely little country of Australia, Adelaide to be specific. What are your thoughts on Mark as an opponent?
Oh, yeah, he's one of the best. He's a veteran. The guy's been there, done that. He's fought the best in the world. He's tough. Can take a punch. Can hit hard. And I'm super pumped when I heard about the fight. I was like, oh, yeah, it's gonna be a great fight. I'm so excited.
Yeah, before we get into this fight, I'm just wondering, did you get a chance to watch his fight with Fabricio Verdum? Because that was a pretty interesting fight. Mark took it on late notice, went over to Mexico and almost won it. Just wondering, what were your thoughts on that fight?
He was doing great. I think, he took it on short notice, which always sucks. But he was doing great. Just got called on me. I mean, it's part of the game. Anyone can get caught.
Stipe, you were able to withstand punishment from Junior Dos Santos. Does that give you more confidence in standing toe-to-toe with Mark and being able to withstand his shots?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, definitely. I don't think I want to stand with anyone in the heavyweight division toe-to-toe. I'd rather do my game. But, yeah, it definitely gives me more confidence. But I'm not going to sit there with my hands out and chin out, hoping, show them I can take it.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, Stipe, you're a really nice guy, and you never say anything badly about anyone. And Mark is a very respectful guy, but he recently said in an interview with our own Sydney Telegraph that he does plan on knocking you out cold and putting you to sleep. Just wondering, what are your thoughts on those comments? Because obviously they're pretty.
Thank you.
Yeah, they're pretty super. Are you going to kill him with kindness?
Thank you.
Are you killing him with kindness right now? Is that what you're doing?
Listen, man, he's one of the best for. He can say what he wants, and I like to just fight. That's what I do. I'll bring a pillow if he wants me to. But listen, man, you can say what you want. But I just look at it. Thank you. Because I'm gonna give you a hell of a fight. Hope he knows that.
Well, it sounds already like it's gonna be
backing down.
It sounds already like it's going to be a classic. In the fight, do you think we're gonna see you rely on your proficient striking, or do you think you'll try and exploit Mark Hunt's grappling?
I'm gonna win the fight. That's about it. Bottom line, I don't care how it's going to happen. I'm going to win.
Well, let's have a look at Mark Hunt as an opponent. Obviously, a very strong fighter, a lot of great qualities. What do you feel like you do better than Mark Hunt? What are your advantages in this fight, do you think?
Well, I think my speed, and my angles, definitely better on the ground, but he's also a veteran. He's got a lot of good veteran skills, and he knows how to fight people. And, I think it's just my speed and my quickness and my agility, my athleticism, and my groundwork. I think I could, do a lot of different things.
Now, I want to get your opinion on something, because a lot of people, have this opinion of Mark Hunt's alleged weakness on the ground. He had some brutal submission losses early on in his MMA career, but nowadays, he seems to willingly go to the ground with guys like Stefan Struve and Fabricio Verdum. Do you think Mark's ground game is as easily exploited as people may think?
No, definitely. He's a tough guy, man. I mean, he don't care. He goes for broke, and he's gotten better on the ground too, And listen, he's still gonna be dangerous on the ground, on top or bottom, and I'm not gonna take any chances. I'm gonna do my game and do my game plan.
Obviously your fight with Junior Dos Santos, Stipe, was a classic. Just wondering, is there anything that you learned from that fight, from your fight with Junior, that you think you might be able to take into your fight with Mark?
Yeah, actually going 5 rounds. And just we worked on a lot of stuff. We got a lot of stuff we've been working on. The minute we were on the plane, actually the minute we left the casino, whatever the arena, we talked about a lot of things we need to work on. And that's what me and my coach. That's why I love them. We sit there, we don't talk about having a good time. We talk about what we can do next, and worry about the other stuff later. But we have a good thing we're doing right now. I'm excited.
Now, the other question is, you fought in the US, UK, Canada, and Brazil. How does it feel knowing you'll be fighting in Australia, and you're excited to check out the country?
Yeah, I've been there twice already, actually. So, I'm excited. It's a new place. It's called me the world traveler, I guess. And it's gonna be a great time. I'm super excited. I want to get there early. Get accommodated with the time change and all that, so I can get rested up real good.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know if you've been to the City of Churches yet, so that should be pretty exciting. Just want to get your overall thoughts, Stipe, on the heavyweight division. Obviously, you got Kane and Fabricio Verdum there set to battle it out. But, with a win over Mark Hunt, it looks like you may be, right in there in the title picture. Is the title a goal for you in 2015? Do you feel like this is one of the first steps to making your run at it, in Australia on May 10th?
Oh, 100%. There's no question. That's why I signed up for the sport. I want to be champ. That's what I'm doing.
Now, Stipe, we're going to finish up the interview with something fun. It's called the Submission Radio Tap Out Round. You did it with us last time. We ask you a bunch of fun questions, and you answer with the first thing that comes to mind. Are you ready?
Do it.
All right, dream matchup, any fighter from past or present, what would it be?
For me to fight?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I don't know. Oh, you know what? I never said, I don't know who I would fight, but I would love to, like, just train with, like, Sakuraba.
Oh, yeah, that would be
amazing. I'm training with Cole Cup actually in a couple of weeks, so I'm kind of excited like that. It's a dream come true. But yeah, Sakuraba, man, I just love his style. He's so, like, awkward and just did crazy things.
Now, Stipe, last time you were on the show, you shared some cool stories with us. Any new firefighter or paramedic stories that you can share with us since you were last on the program?
Yeah, nothing really too crazy, just the usual.
Just saving lives, putting out fires, saving cats and stuff.
Nothing too nuts, just the same old story, but nothing like I told you last time. But just doing the usual.
Any more people recognize you while you were saving their cat or saving their house from fire and stuff?
No, nothing like that. Not at all. Which is fine with me. I'm okay with it.
You're flying to Australia in May. Let's say hypothetically, if you could only bring 3 things with you down, what would they be?
My Xbox, my girlfriend, and my dogs.
How's that going to work? The Xbox and the girlfriend, isn't that going to be like a clash of styles?
I just got yelled at for that one right there.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, he said
we both watch Netflix. We watch Netflix on Xbox.
He said Xbox before he said girlfriend. I just wanted to point that out. Now, Stipe, we saw you on Twitter. You were in an airport with a person walking behind you with a big sign with your name on it. Can we expect to see this when you arrive to Adelaide Airport?
No, but on the way home you will.
Speaking of Twitter, although you have lots of fans and love once in a while, we see a troll. What's the biggest troll you've had to deal with on Twitter?
I think the one guy, he was just being such a D-bag. He was saying I told Anderson Silva before his fight, hey, break a leg, and that was the night he did break it, it's just stupid stuff, I got to delete it right away, so it worked out well. He was just saying some of the meanest stuff, like stuff I'll never even say.
Sounds like a lovely guy.
Now, you mentioned Krokop before. What are your thoughts on the Croatian sensation, Mirko Krokop, making a comeback to the UFC?
Oh, it's awesome, man. I get to go train with him. It's going to be a great time. I get to go 2 weeks with him, learn from him. It's going to be a great 2 weeks.
What's the prediction? Krokop versus Gonzaga. What's happening in that one?
Krokop all day.
Now, thoughts on...
He's going to redeem himself.
I think that's what all the fans are hoping for. Thoughts on the Diaz-Anderson Silva fight, especially the part where Diaz laid down. It looks like it tickled your fancy on Twitter.
It's Diaz, man. I like Diaz. I think he's a great fighter. Actually, a really nice guy too. And it's what he does. And he just, people love him, man. It's what he does.
Hey, Stipe, give us your food. The one food that you would want to have when you're in training camp, the one that pops into your head anytime you're eating one of those crappy salads. Well, what is it? What's that one food that you just struggle giving up during training?
Pizza.
Yeah, we literally
love pizza.
We literally ordered 3 pizzas last night before bed, so we feel you big time.
There's no bad pizzas either, Stipe. Like, there's bad pizzas, but is there really ever a bad pizza? Is there really ever a bad pizza?
No, never. It could be crappy, and it's still, even if burnt, I'll still eat it.
You can, right. you can eat it hot, cold. It's like in that movie End of Days where Arnold Schwarzenegger's like waking up and he's making that whatever shake with everything random, and he throws a pizza slice in the blender as well. Like you just can't go wrong.
Yeah.
I think
you can't. You got breakfast, lunch, or dinner.
I think that's part of the new Dolce diet. Just saying, Stipe. Now, the Submission Radio marketing department, Stipe, spends most of their time sitting around watching teen college movies from the early 2000s and wiping Cheetos dust off their T-shirts. Today, we've gotten them to actually do some work and come up with some alternative nicknames for you. So please choose one from the following nicknames so that we can alert Bruce Buffer in time for your fight against Mark Hunt in Adelaide on May 10th at Adelaide Entertainment Centre. Tickets available soon. All right. So the first nickname is Stipe Fists of Fire Miocic. Fists so hot from being a fireman.
Okay, I like that.
The next one, I'm glad you like that. Now, you're a fireman and the marketing team just watched Zoolander. Stipe so hot right now, Miocic.
Okay.
So hot right now.
Okay.
So hot right now.
That's pretty good.
I can see Bruce Buffer having fun with that one. Now, you punish people with your fists and you also spray them with a hose. Stipe the Face Blaster Miocic.
Oh, that's terrible.
Wow.
That's
You may know a lot about fighting, but you know nothing about hurting feelings, Stipe. The marketing team are leaving us right now.
Yeah, that's right. Some of the marketing team actually work for porn companies as well, Steve. We just need to point that out.
right. Oh my God.
Now, if Crow Cop can be Crow Cop for being a Croatian police officer, then surely you being a firefighter from Cleveland could be known as Clefi.
There you go.
All right, he likes that one. And finally...
It's possible. I could tell by the tone in his voice.
And you're killing us with kindness now, Stipe. And finally, Stone Cold Steve Austin, because why not?
Oh, yes. I'll just say Stone Cold. That'd be great. Stone
Cold Steve Austin. Tommy Toho will be very happy.
Now, finally, yeah. Stipe, we know you're a super nice guy, but we have to do this. We have to get a prediction from you. We can't have you dance around this prediction now, Stipe. You have to give us the truth. How do you see it in your head? How will you be beating Mark Hunt in Adelaide, May 10th in the City of Churches? How's it going to happen?
Well, I don't know how it's going to happen, but it's going to be me at the end of the night with my hand raised winning the fight. That's pretty much what's going to happen. If it's going to be on the ground, if it's going to be on the ground, on our feet, every aspect of the game, he's going to get beat at, and I'm going to win the fight. I'm going to win.
Well, we'll be there covering it, and we'll be there live. We can't wait to see it. Once again, guys, May 10th, UFC Fight Night 65. Make sure to follow Stipe and all his hilarious tweets at Stipe Miocic UFC. So it's been a pleasure again having you on the show, Stipe. Thanks so much for coming on.
Hey, thanks, guys. I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for having me on again.